And now for my dynamic family interview area, Joni Smith.
Well, thank you guys so much. Hey, Verva Credit Union, thanks for being here. You're like frequent flyers with us. We appreciate you coming. Now, what they are, they're on the Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin phone banks, and their job, actually, they're doing it already. Can you believe this, Emerson? There's already calls coming in. They're taking calls from very special people who are giving with their heart. It's 608-784-KIDS 5437. Welcome, family. So we have Emerson Steig here. We have Sandra, and we have Deacon, the big brother. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
We've been discussing a lot of things. Number one on the list is because you are the star of the show, my lady. Are you feeling good? Are things
Yeah.
good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What grade are you in now, big girl?
Second,
Second grade. Tell me about your teacher. What's your teacher's name?
Miss Berger,
And what school do you go to?
Whitehall.
But there's no school today because you're sitting here talking to us.
Right.
Are you happy about that?
Not really.
You miss school, don't you?
Yeah.
What is your favorite subject in school?
Math.
You're a mathematician?
Yeah.
Wow, I hope that continues. Good for you. Hey, Sandra, how you doing?
Good.
All right. It's good to see you guys back again.
It's good to be back again.
Are you going to share the mic here? Let's do this. You may have this one, and then you hand that one to Mom. Let's go back 7 years.
All right.
You want to go back 7 years?
Sure.
How does this story of Emerson get started?
Emerson came to us. She had 2 holes in her heart. She had a cleft palate. She had cataracts in both eyes. We spent about 40-some days at Rochester at St. Mary's, had open heart surgery within 3 weeks of being on the planet, and was sent home with a feeding tube. We have since done very well. She's doing great, I guess.
So you have a newborn
Yep.
with a laundry list
Laundry list,
of
many
things going
doctors.
on. Now, did you know that going into the pregnancy that something may be off, or were you expecting to bundle Emerson up and head home after a couple hours or 24 hours in the hospital? Is that what you were thinking?
Yep, we had no idea she had anything wrong with her. We thought we were getting a healthy little baby. We didn't even know if it was a girl or a boy. We hadn't found the gender.
So probably your parents on both sides knew what was going on. They knew that she was on the way. What in the world did you do when you had to make the call or explain what you had just heard?
We just told everyone. It just, as much as the doctors knew, we told them right away, and everyone was very supportive and very good. Actually, Deacon went to live with his grandparents for a little bit while we were in Mayo, because at the time he was only 3.
And you were there for 40 days?
Yep. So he
Yep,
he
4 years,
lived with Grandma and Grandpa, and they
How did
helped
you
us
do
out.
that? Did you and your hubby take turns? I mean, how did that go?
I mainly stayed there the whole time. We came home sometimes on the weekends. He stayed for a couple weeks, and then he had to get back to work, so he came when he could. But the weekends, sometimes we snuck off home because we had little Deacon there that needed a parents too. It was hard. It wasn't the easiest thing, and we made it through. Got her home just in time for Christmas. She was a Christmas surprise. We didn't tell anyone we were getting discharged. We showed up at Christmas for all the families, and everyone was super happy.
You know what makes me super happy to tell you? We already have 8 calls that have come in. I'm telling you, see, those phones on the phone bank, you don't hear them when they're ringing, but they're over there taking these calls because people are calling, and already 8 calls at 608-784-KIDS 5437. We're going to just keep going and keep those phones ringing, and I'll let you know because guys can't see behind you, but that's where the phone bank is, and that's where the action is happening. So what's happening with Emerson right now? 7 years old, looking good to me. Boy, she's a chatterbox.
She gets it from me.
Oh, she does.
She's doing quite well. She has no sight in her left eye. She actually has an eye shell that she wears. She's had that. Actually, the Children's Miracle Network helped us with that. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, or 3 years ago. So she does vision therapy, and she's learning Braille at school. She does have glaucoma in the right eye. and her pressures have gone up, so they just put her on a new drop. Hopefully that works. If not, they're going to go in there and do some sort of surgery just to hopefully lower the pressures a little bit.
You nervous when those things come up?
A little bit.
Yeah.
She's in good hands. You're nervous?
You nervous, sweetheart?
No.
Oh.
Okay, that's good. You're brave, little girl.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
I'm not scared of anything.
You're not scared of one thing?
No.
That's good.
Not too
Even
bad.
at Halloween, when the ghosts are out there, that doesn't bother you at all?
You know what? Ghosts ain't real, so.
Okay, well, of course not. What are you going to be for Halloween now that we got on that subject?
No.
You're going to be Belle? Okay. All right, Deacon, what you going to do for Halloween?
I'm going to be a baseball player.
And for what team?
The Brewers.
Oh, kind of figured that. Brewer fan over there. And we were just discussing, you get to keep your hair long because that's what your favorite player is, so you can't get your hair cut. Is that what you told your mom until after Halloween?
Yeah.
Way to work it, buddy. Way to work it. So what's next for Emerson?
We just continue to go to doctor's appointments. We see her retina specialist about once a year. We see her eye doctor every 6 months. There's a glaucoma specialist we see about every 6 months. We
Yep.
get her eye shell checked about every 6 months, and her hearing they've been checking about every 4. So still busy with the doctors, but not quite as bad as it used to be, thank
And
goodness.
Children's Miracle Network hospitals came to you in what form? How did you find out about them?
We found out when we were at St. Mary's. Actually, we had a really nice social worker over there that informed us about them, and they've been by our side every step of the way. They've helped us quite
And
a
how
bit.
have they helped you?
When she was at Mayo, they helped us just to be able to stay there with her. They gave a cash donation so we could stay and be away from home for a little bit and still continue to pay on some bills. I believe they helped with her eye shell, and I believe the hearing aids. She did get a hearing device too for her hearing aids that it actually Bluetooths the sound into her hearing aids when she's on the computers at school and stuff. So instead of taking them out and putting headphones on or something, it just hangs on her neck.
Isn't
and-
technology just amazing?
Amazing.
I mean, there's a lot of smart people that figure out a lot
Oh,
of things,
gosh.
aren't they?
Yes.
We have another call. We have 9 calls that have come in. It's 608-784-KIDS, 5437. If you are just tuning in, you're
Thank
listening to
you.
the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. Did you just say thank you in the sweetest voice? Yeah. Say that again. Can you say thank you?
Thank you, everybody, for donating.
Oh, honey. I think we should probably just double those calls right now, shouldn't we? I think we should. We have Verva Credit Union on the phone bank. We're keeping you guys busy over there. Okay. So we're going to keep these calls coming in. And what is it like starting out with glasses and hearing aids for an active little girl? How does that work? You want to answer that?
Pretty well.
It works pretty well. You don't have a problem with losing your glasses or taking them off or forgetting where they are?
No.
No? Well, that's probably a good thing.
She's very responsible. She actually does her hearing aids herself now. She takes them out and puts them in the mornings. She's responsible for her glasses. We just do the eye shell. She takes it out, but we put it in just to make sure it's in there right. And we do the drops. Otherwise, she's responsible.
Describe
for her
the eye shell for me.
stuff. Basically, it's not ceramic. I can't remember what kind of material it's made out of, but it just looks like an eyeball. And it just covers her actual eye.
You know, to look at her, you don't see any difference, do you?
Nope. Got a great doctor up in Eau Claire that does that.
Who
That's his
picked your outfit out for you today?
Myself.
You did it all by yourself? And who polished your nails to match your outfit?
Mom.
Yeah, don't think that those things don't go noticed. See, we're all about accessories here. Let's get that phone number going at 608-784-KIDS. That's 5437. It's a Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. We have 9 calls that have come in. We will continue to ask for more as we are visiting with Emerson and Sandra and Deacon. So, Sandra, a typical day, is it still typical or is it atypical in your house?
It's pretty good.
Well, are you answering for your mom? Bless your heart.
Yeah.
What's it like? Does it take a little longer to get ready in the morning? There you go
too
again.
long.
Not too long. I'm just going to ask you then. Not too long?
We practiced this at home earlier this week.
Oh, did you? That's great. So you're all set for these questions. Okay, so let me ask you something. Do your friends understand sometimes when you may not? Do you hear them okay, or do you have trouble sometimes? Like in class, can you hear everything? Do you hear your teacher and instructions, or do you
Yeah.
struggle a little bit?
I think I'm pretty fine.
You think you're pretty fine? Now, you just had a visit with one of her teachers.
Yeah.
Was that today?
Yes, and she
She-
told me she chats a lot in school.
She chats a lot? Okay. She also told me that her brother had straight Fs, but I think she may have been teasing.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, I think maybe she was too. Yeah. So do you worry about when she's at school? Do you worry about extra activities or maybe something that might possibly happen as far as just an injury or something? Do you worry about that?
I don't worry too much. She doesn't get involved in many extra sports. She did like t-ball a few years ago and didn't enjoy it too much. And she did gymnastics and seems to really like that. I think in gym class, sometimes they partner her up with someone. So that way there's someone watching out for her, especially on that left side since she can't see balls or anything coming at her. But
Well, and these are all things that, typically you don't even think about.
right.
And so you get a lot of support with the school system. They're ready to
They're wonderful.
really watch.
They're
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, riding the bus, how's that?
Pretty good. She's got her big brother in there to keep her company and keep her on track.
Yes, but yesterday he didn't ride the bus.
He didn't ride the bus yesterday. You were on your own. How'd you
Yeah.
do? You do okay as a solo act?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's 608-784-KIDS-5437. Waiting for that phone to ring. And once again, want to thank Verva Credit Union for manning the Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin phone bank. We're here until 6 o'clock tonight. We're here again tomorrow and Saturday as well. Are you going to listen on tomorrow and on Saturday too? You going to listen? See if you can fit it in your busy social calendar.
I think
You think so? Well, good. I think so, too. Again, the number is 608-784-KIDS-5437. And this year, you can text CMN Kids to 51555. It'll take you right through it. And then one thing that I don't know if we mentioned to you or not, but we made a phone call right away this morning as soon as we got here, bright and early. And we called upstairs. There are 8 preemie babies that are up there that are being cared for right now at the NICU. And so there's probably 8 families that are not going to be going home with their babies today. They're here with special care. And that's just another thing to consider when you're coming into the clinic. Sometimes you're just coming in for your routine visits. But when you're here really super early in the morning and you see that there's an abundance of cars already out there, lights are on in the hospital, you know that there's things going on in people's lives that probably are turning them upside down. Do you remember that? I'm sure you do.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah.
When you were the only car left in the parking lot and everybody
Right.
else was going home?
Yep, it's hard on everyone and the nurses and the nursing staff at any hospital. I mean, they're amazing, and doctors, and everyone seems to care for everyone else, and that's kind of what the network is about too, just helping care.
So what we're going to do is let's try for 12 calls. And we picked that number because we picked that number. We're at 9 right now, and we're going to shoot for 12. Does that sound like a good number to you? Do you like that number okay?
yeah, because we only have 3 more calls.
Because we only have 3 more calls because you did the math because you're a mathematician. Is
Yeah.
that right? There you
Right.
go.
9 plus 3.
Come on, work with me. You got it.
12.
Exactly. And the number to call is 608-784-KIDS-5437. So everybody who enjoys math should give us a call right now to help support one of your favorite subjects in school. So you can do addition. Tell me about subtraction. Does that work all right with you?
Yeah, I knew 15 minus 2 is 13.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. Have you gotten into things like multiplication and division? Do we talk about that yet, or is that down the road?
Well, my teacher says that when doing multiplication that at the end of the year.
Oh, so you're working up to multiplication. All right. I'm about at level 2, I think, is where I'm at, because going back, you've got those cobwebs. Are you helping out with homework? How's that going?
Homework's going well. She doesn't get a ton of it, and actually over the summer, Deacon here helped her with multiplication, so she does know a little bit of multiplication. It helps to have a big brother.
It does help to have a big brother. Well, you know what? Let's keep these things going here. It's 608-784-KIDS, 5437. You can text us at CMN Kids. See, did you hear that little noise? That's a phone ringing.
phone. Okay.
See, isn't it just such a nice little number? Yeah, it's 608-784-KIDS, 5437. We're visiting with Emerson, and there goes the phones. There's more calls coming in. We have Sandra and Deacon here from
Thank you.
Osseo, right? You guys are in Osseo.
Yep.
Did we say the name of your school? I don't know if we said the name of your school.
We did.
What is it?
What is it? Tell me again.
Whitehall.
In Whitehall.
We're
That's
just on the
right.
border.
Yeah, you're right on the border, aren't you?
Yep.
Well, making a trip in too. I mean, you've got some miles to cover to come in for doctor appointments.
Yep.
Yeah.
We generally most of them are still at Rochester. We just stayed with our same doctors.
Hey, Emerson, I got something to tell you. We got 12 calls. We got it.
Thank you, everybody.
You know what? I got something else to tell you. We got 13 calls. We got another one. Okay, so we were asking for 12. We got 13. How many more did we get?
One more.
One more. Thank you, everybody, for giving us calls, and thank you for coming down and seeing us again. And we just love these updates on your family. Stay in touch, will you?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for
Excellent.
having us.
Well,
I
it
think
was
we
just,
got more calls this year.
you think we got more calls this year? I think we have a lot of generous people listening. Thank you, family, so much. You're listening to the Radiothon, a CMN Hospitals Radiothon. Put your money where the miracles are, a service of the La Crosse Media Group.
Oh, she's great at math. I love it. Nice job. Absolutely. Let's keep those numbers going up, but shall we? 784-KIDS, 784-5437 on the Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin phone bank. It's manned this hour by the gang from Verve, a credit union. Calls are starting to come in, so keep them rolling in here on the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals Radiothon on Kicks 106.3.